We start tonight at the Brownsville-Matamoros Port of Entry, where migrants waiting for an asylum hearing are forced to pick up what little they have and move. Border Report Sandra Santos joins us from the bridge. Sandra, explain just how many families are being forced out and where are they going?
I've been told that about 100 families, which is upwards of 500 people, this week agreed to relocate from a concrete area at the base of the Gateway International Bridge. It's an area known as the Plaza, about 3 to 4 blocks away toward the Rio Grande River in a green space in a city-owned park in Matamoros. These migrants have been living at the base of the Gateway International Bridge, some since late August, and they have resisted a move up until this point.
Well, Sandra, many of the migrants waiting to seek asylum are part of the Trump administration's policy to remain in Mexico. Has there been any more hesitation on their part to relocate?
Yes, they've been very hesitant to relocate for their safety. It is well known that drug cartels frequent this refugee camp where 2,500 migrants have lived. They're fearful for their safety. This area also has a lot of coral snakes. It's cold, it's dusty, it's windy, it's wet when it rains, and so the migrants have not wanted to move. But locals in Matamoros have overtly more and more protested their presence. They complain of the smell and the trash and them being at the base of this very visible bridge where people cross. Sister Norma Pimentel of Catholic Charities of the Rio Grande Valley is a very well-known figure in South Texas, and she helped to broker a deal where she told the migrants, you will be safe. Mexican law enforcement has told them, we will step up presence, you will be safe in this new section of the park. So the migrants reluctantly have agreed to leave.
Facilitate that by providing them with a new tent and an area designated where they can move to. And so they've agreed, most of them have agreed to go ahead and move. I think the majority of them, if not all.
We will continue to monitor this situation at borderreport.com. At the base of the Gateway International Bridge, I'm Sandra Sanchez in Brownsville, Texas.
All righty, Sandra, thank you. For more photos, videos, and testimonials from the volunteers on the ground, head on over to borderreport.com.